Summer nights are supposed to be filled with music, laughter, and unforgettable memories. Yet hidden behind bonfires and the glow of parties, there are stories that twist joy into dread, turning leisure into terror. Tonight, we will dive into chilling accounts of summer celebrations that ended not with music, but with screams, not with dancing, but with the sound of fear creeping closer. These are not just stories about shadows in the woods. They are about what happens when ordinary young people, just like you, encounter the unknown in the places they felt safest. It begins with a group of friends who decided to gather around a lake for one last summer night before life pulled them in different directions. The scene was perfect, the reflection of the moon on the water, the laughter echoing through the clearing, the comfort of knowing they were far from the chaos of the city. Tranquility has its price. As the fire cracked and sparks flew into the night sky, one of them swore they saw a silhouette move at the edge of the forest. They laughed it off at first. After all, what's a camping trip without ghost stories? But as the minutes passed, the shadows grew bolder, and the silence that followed each laugh became heavier, suffocating. The first sign that something was wrong came not from the forest, but from the lake. Ripples moved across the water, though no stone had been thrown. The reflection of the moon trembled, as if disturbed by something beneath the surface. One of the girls leaned closer, curiosity outweighing fear, only to see the faint outline of a pale face just beneath the water. Her scream shattered the moment, and in the chaos that followed, the fire suddenly seemed too small, too fragile to hold back the dark. As panic spread, the group argued. Was it their imagination, a prank, or something else entirely? One boy, trying to calm the others, insisted on exploring the woods to prove nothing was there. He walked into the shadows, flashlight in hand, his steps crunching against the dry leaves. Minutes passed. Then, silence. When his name was called, no answer came back, only the echo of their own voices bouncing from the trees. Fear turned into a living thing, pressing down on them, feeding on their doubt. What happened next remains etched in their memories like a scar. From the lake came a sound, low, guttural, like a breath rising from beneath the surface. Then, without warning, water surged violently, as if something massive had risen. The girl who had first seen the face was dragged back by the others before she could fall in. Their eyes widened as a pale arm, thin and impossibly long, reached toward the shore before sinking back into the depths, vanishing as quickly as it appeared. They ran, abandoning the fire, the drinks, the laughter. Branches tore at their skin as they stumbled through the woods, the night alive with unseen whispers. They didn't stop until the glow of an abandoned cabin emerged through the trees. Relief washed over them, but it was short-lived. The door was ajar, swinging slightly as if someone had just entered. Inside, dust covered the furniture, and cobwebs hung like drapes. Yet, on the wooden table, fresh scratches carved a single word: L-E-A-V-E. Breathless and shaken, the group huddled together, the fear binding them tighter than friendship ever had. The night stretched endlessly, each creak of the cabin, each gust of wind through the cracks, amplifying their dread. When morning finally came, they emerged broken, but alive. The lake was calm again, the forest quiet, as if mocking them, pretending nothing had ever happened. These stories remind us that the line between celebration and nightmare is thinner than we think. We chase joy, we search for connection. Sometimes we stumble into places where we are not welcome, places that carry their own stories, older and darker than ours. What happened to those friends is a warning. The unknown waits for us, especially in the places where we least expect it. So as you laugh at summer parties, as you gather around bonfires or dive into lakes under the moon, remember, terror doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it hides in the silence, watching, waiting, until the night swallows the last spark of laughter. Tell me, would you still dare to celebrate, knowing that the next shadow you see might not be just your imagination?